Alright, so tonight I'm gonna roll with a short one. That doesn't mean it's a bad one though. It's another from El Empire L. He does some pretty creepy work with a short amount of time. That fits me just fine. So, as we begin, I ask that you turn off the lights, close your eyes, and turn up the volume.
I think something evil is trying to hurt me. This all started a few days ago and is happening every night around 3:40 a.m. My day goes through without a hitch. I get home from work, play some Xbox, make dinner, and head off to bed. The first night I was awoken by a constant tapping. Living in an apartment complex, I chalked it up to being some noisy neighbor. I tried to go back to sleep. I must have woken up not long after I dozed off to the sound of scratching. I live in a clean apartment, so I was disheveled to the thought of rats being in the walls or something, so I figured I'd call maintenance in the morning and talk to him about it. Next morning, as I had planned, called the apartment complex manager office to ask him if anybody heard anything weird throughout the building. But as it seems, I was the only one with this phenomena. The apartment complex assured me that there was no rodents that I had to worry about. The rest of the day ran smoothly, and I had forgotten about the weird noises I heard the night prior. But again, as I woke up around 3:40 to notice my closet was open just a hair. A little creeped out, I got up and shut it all the way, thinking I must have left it open getting my pajamas for the night. The rest of the night, nothing out of the ordinary happened. The following night is when things took a turn for the super damn scary. Again, as every night prior, I awoke around the same time, but instead of tapping or scratching, there was a steady knock coming from my closet that echoed throughout the room like a scream in an empty warehouse. I could not move out of my bed. I just put my head under the blankets until I passed out. The next night was even worse. When I woke up, my closet was open again, but this time it was completely open. Through the piercing darkness, the most horrifying voice calls out to me and says, "Come play with me." It was nothing like I've ever heard before. It sounded like grown men, women, and children all meshed together. I must have been so scared that I passed out, because I woke up with the sun shining. At this point, I feel like I'm going crazy. I started researching anywhere and everywhere to find out what was going on, but nothing. Last night made my blood run cold, figuratively and literally. The same as every other night, I woke up at exactly 3:40 a.m. As I opened my eyes, wiping the sleep out, there stood a horrific creature. It stood about 5 feet tall, but it was thin as a twig. The creature had no eyes, nose, or anything, but its body was completely covered with mouths, each opening to let out a voice of its own. But I could not scream, I could not move. I was stuck in its invisible grasp. I felt what seemed like breath being pulled out of my body. The creature was, I assumed, looking at me with his head at a tilt, said, "Good night, Jonathan," with my voice. And then all I can remember was waking up in my bed. I don't know what to do. I can't talk. It's like I'm a baby that doesn't know how. No matter how hard I try to whisper, talk, or scream, nothing comes out. I need help or some kind of advice. I don't know what's going on, and hopefully, someone here will know what to do.
I hope you liked today's short entry. If you didn't guess, I kinda did a little playing around with sound effects for this one.
I think it turned out okay. Honestly, it was pretty fun too. Thanks for listening in tonight. I do ask if you like my recordings and want to keep me doing them, hit that subscribe button. Also, don't forget to send me emails with suggestions. I have been reaching out to authors on the No Sleep Reddit and have a few more that have given me permission, and as soon as they give me their final product, I'll be reading those too. Until then, though, thanks for listening.